Welcome to Sunbird. Today we're going to demonstrate this resource to you. It's called Integer Stack. It's another stacking game from Sunbird Games. More a resource rather than a game. However, it does come with a bonus board in here that you can actually play a game with. So let's just pop that board aside for a moment. We separate our negative and positive tiles into two baskets, and each player starts with 5 positives and 5 negatives. You always maintain the 5 positives and 5 negatives in front of you, so once you've used your tiles, you get more out of the baskets. The aim of the game, or the aim of the resource, is to make these numbers across the top using a combination of negative and positive numbers, 3 tiles for each one. The only rule is you cannot put the same number when we start to stack. You can't put the same number on top of the number underneath. So it works something like this. Jasmine, would you like to go first?
Sure. I'm going to put 5 and 3 is 8, and a negative 8 to make 0.
And she's made 0. We might just turn the board around to face the camera, which makes it a little harder for us, but gives you a better idea of what we're doing. Okay, so I can... I can make I've got 11 negatives. That's not going to work for me. 10 negatives. If I want to make a 5, I haven't got a 5 to take away. Let's go the other way. I've got a positive 10, and what could I be making? A negative 7. Beautiful. There's my positive 10 with a negative 7. That doesn't work. Silly me. Hold it. This one would be better. A positive 12 and a negative 2 gives me 10. Oh, gosh.
Negative 3 plus 8 gives me 5.
Beautiful. I have a negative 9 plus a positive 6 is going to give me negative 3. This is one of those things I need to concentrate for, so I'll be doing less talking, which we'll be very grateful for.
7, take away 9, negative 9 gives me negative 2.
Negative 5 and a positive 4 gives me negative 1. How about your 7? Take away your negative 6 will give you a positive 1. Great job. I've got a negative 6 and a positive 6 that I know crosses each other out, and I'll pop that 0 in the middle because I'm following the rules, and we've started to stack. You can see how we're manipulating the tiles. It's that multi-sensory effect that we're looking for. So off you go, Jazz.
6, positive 6, take 7 is negative 1, take 1 is negative 2.
Okay, and I'm popping, what was I going to make? A positive 1. So I've got an 8 and a 0 with a negative 7. And the resource keeps going, and you keep stacking until you've used all the chips. And it's a great way to reinforce that, for example, a positive 4 and a negative 4 will cross each other out. Or If you've got a -6 and a +4, you've actually got more negatives than you have got positives, so you've got
A
-2. That's right. That reminds me, I'm just going to pop that aside for a moment. The tiles are great just to use on their own, because if you say, okay, to the student, I would like you to, here's some negatives and positives, I want you to tell me what that adds up to. If I was adding all those numbers together, what would I get? And I like them to kind of get them in order, and then we're going to look at crossing them out. So we know, for example, that a +7 is going to cross out a -7. And Jasmine's used a 6 and a 1 to make her 7, so that's great. So that comes out. We've got a 4 and a 2 and in the negatives, and then a +6 cross each other out. She's left with 13 negatives and 16 positives, it looks like. And I can see that she can get rid of some more. For example, here's a 13 and there's a 13. So what are we left with, Jazz?
+3.
So our answer, if we were to add all of those numbers together, would be +3. It's another great way to look at things. If you say, well, here I've got a 5 and a 3, how many positives have I got? And you'll get the answer 2. And you'll say, no, I've got 5 positives and 3 positives. So here I've got 8 positives. If I've got 4 negatives, have I got more positives or negatives?
Positives.
Okay, so all you have to do, you'll know that your answer is positive. You just need to find the difference between the two numbers. What is the difference between 8 and 4? 4. Your answer is +4. Another way to look at it is if you had something like this, it is that you can actually move them. So if you had -4 plus 8, it can always change to 8 minus 4. It's going to give you the same answer. Alright, so using the tiles by themselves, fabulous idea. Let's have a look at this integer challenge board where we're going to just play the best of 3 rounds. We're going to start with the 5 positives and the 5 negatives, and we've got some just sitting behind there that we've just been using. Oh, good sabotaging there. And here's where we play the best of 5 rounds. By selecting a tile from the baskets to put here, we have to rush to see who can make it using a combination of positive and negative numbers. Whoever does it first is the winner of that round. Let's see how we go. Let's make 8. The first person who can make 8 using a combination of tiles. And here I'm putting down +10, -2. That would be me. I'm the winner of that round. Okay, Jazz.
-7.
Oh, she didn't even wait for me to get my tiles.
Sorry. I won't look.
Okay.
-7.
-7. 4, I need 11. There it is.
Oh, man.
5 and 8 is not right. Keep going, Jazz. A 9, I need a 2. It's 13. 13. -13. -12. Oh, lovely. -12 and a 5 would give me -7. Okay. And the next number will be 9.
I don't like these numbers.
15, take 6. If only I had a 6. +9 we're trying to make. So we've got 12, no 3s, 15, no 6s, 11, no 4s, 13, no 4s, 11, no 3s, 11, take 2 is 9. There we go. Next tile, please. Jasmine's got a lot of larger negative numbers, so this is where she might benefit from a -9. So she needs to make a number bigger than -9 and see if she can take a positive away.
Haha.
Before me. Ooh, close. We've got -12 and a 3 is -9. One more round. Let's do 5. Good job. These two 6s cross each other out and we're left with a +5. So the winner of this challenge would be player 2 because I've won 3 of the rounds. Jasmine's won 2. So that's integer challenge. Enjoy.